Williams, your motivational godfather. I'm here because you know I love you and I believe in you. There's greatness planted inside you. You need a little bit of water to grow up beautifully. And I'm here for say thanks because you know what? Whatever is inside you, when you bring it out, I wouldn't be the only person to benefit. You wouldn't be the only person to benefit. Your children's children, you know, your generation to come, they will benefit from whatever is inside you. And you know what? If you were meant to be in this world, and as you were meant to be in this world, that's what I'm trying to say. As you are meant to be in this world, there's something inside you. That's why you are here. And so we got this institution out there that have made what is inside you being buried with negativity, with, you know, with all those kind of things that would deprive you from becoming whoever you want to be. You know, sometimes like, you know, it's so sad that we have all this institution there, but almost 97% of the world population are still poor. You know, you may think, no, I'm not poor. Like, you know, I go to work, I get a job, or I go to work, I get food, I get water, I get clothing, I get shelter. And so I'm cool with it. Yeah, of course, of course. But one thing you need to know is life is more than those things. You know, coming up with what is inside you, you live a better life, you meet better people, you will be out there. And so let's see some of the institutions, what they've done to you and I, that we can go to the top. And now, we got like, you know, almost the 10 richest people in the world, the 10 billionaires in the world. They can feed the whole entire population on this world. We are 7.7 billion people. Let's take it roughly. Roughly, we are 8 billion people. Those 10 richest people, those 10 richest people in the world, the worth about 14 trillion. Wow. So they're worth about 14 trillion. This is what I'm talking about. Can you imagine if they're feeding everyone? But that's not the case. The case is that you need to believe in yourself. You need to know that you can achieve whatever you have in this planet. To come up with it, you need a little bit of water to grow up beautifully. That's why I'm here Wednesdays and Sundays, LXP show, interviewing celebrities, interview people who have made it in life, just for you to know that wherever you are, you can still make it. Wherever you are, however you were born, as far as you're not disabled, even some of disabled people have made it to that level. So you have no excuse. You have no excuse to blame somebody. You have no excuse. Every day, learn how to blame yourself. Majority of the people don't want to carry the blame. So they will always want to blame people. Those institutions, when they were established, it was for our own good. But now, it seems like the institution is for only few people. And so I'm here to tell you how they are now. Like, you know, why are they making majority of the people poor? Is it for their own profit gain or what? All right, so number one, education. Schooling was one of the best things that has been invented. Yeah, you got me right. Education, schooling. It's one of the best things. We can read and write. That's the best thing you can ever get. Reading and writing, and apply the knowledge that you've read or understand it. It's one of the best things. But let's look at it now. When you finish your degree, what do you use it for? You go and look for a job. Why can't the school teach you that when you finish your degree, you need to establish yourself? because they know if you establish yourself, your kids, or your children's children, or your generation to come will benefit from that. So the best thing is you need to look for a job so you can take your kids to the same school over and over and over if you live in the same area. And so the school will benefit. Recently, I'm not going to say it, but I went to a school and they have they call it book week in Australia, in Melbourne precisely. They call it book week. I was sitting there looking at the characters the kids are wearing. Captain Planet, Superman, Captain America, just name them. All those things, it doesn't have any impact in our economy. It doesn't have any impact in your life. It doesn't. But this is the things that the school is teaching. And so you read the same book, your kids will come and read the same book. It's the same process. The best thing we get out of school is we can read and write. But the rest is history. Because when you go to workplace, they still train you. And so sometimes I wonder what is the school for, especially at the university. If you're not being a doctor, even if you want to be a doctor, you still learn. You still do practicals when you go to the workplace. You still learn how to do it. So what is the point? Is the school benefiting us or providing a lot of poor people or dependent people? Where I'm coming from, like in Ghana, we got graduate. It's the only place that we have Graduate Unemployment Association. That's the only place in the world, Graduate Unemployment Association, Ghana. Because we got people with master's degree, PhD, and all those stuff. They're not getting a job. Even if they're getting a job because they're depending on somebody. We haven't been established in a way that we need to create our own economy. We need to create our own life. So school system was a good thing, but now it's changed from producing like quality people that just producing certificate. So now we all have certificate. I have certificates here, but doing this, I create my own economy. I create my own lifestyle. And so that's what you need to know. Sometimes you may go get your degree, but you wouldn't even get a job where your degree is. You will get different thing. You either get whatever it's available for you. All right, so religion was one of the good things that was established. Even when you come to Christianity, the Bible itself, it tells you a lot about life. But now we put the Bible on the other side, and all what we're doing is, if you want to be rich, come and sow the seed of $5,000. Come and sow the seed. And so in this case, religion have changed from modifying people's character or giving people quality mindset. Now religion has become quick money making machine. Quick money making machine, because it's a way of telling you that if you come and sow a seed, within 24 hours, your prosperity will come. And so it doesn't make you use your brain. Your brain that given to you by God. Your subconscious mind, which is God inside you. You're not using it. Somebody is using it through you. Because if I tell you now, 5 a.m., I will call you. You wake up before 5 a.m. Because your subconscious mind is what I'm using. But you don't understand that. So that's why you think, I will call you 5 a.m. so you will be awake 5 a.m. No. Let me tell you this. Any time that you wake up in the middle of the night, you either, if you're a Christian, say your prayers. If you're not, meditate. Anytime you wake up in the night, because there's something that nature is trying to tell you. There's something that, the thing inside you is waking you up that midnight, that time, that people say ungodly hour, because There's something inside you telling you, get up, get the pen and paper, write something down, go for this. Like, read something. But most of the time we get lazy, we go and use the washroom, and or we end up in going back to bed. And even going back to bed, you don't sleep. So today we're lucky, we got social media. We need to check who sent us message, who like what we post, who do this. And in the long run, what happened? We go back to sleep again. Meanwhile, the God in you was trying to communicate with you. So anytime from today, whenever you get up in the middle of the night, ask yourself, why am I awake? What can I do to benefit my life? There's some voice inside you. Just take a pen and paper. Write anything that will come in your head. Write anything down. Within a week, you will have more than 200 ideas or 100 ideas, and you start working towards it. All right. So now religion has made a lot of people poor because we put our money there. We invest there. You invest in religion, that doesn't give you anything back. That's what you need to know. I was watching a video going around. There's this young girl. Apparently, she said she heard it, that in Ghana somebody said you don't need to give your money to pastors. So that young girl got a bag, and she's been putting money in it, and she's got a lot of money. For me, one thing I like is when you go to church, at least you need to know that the church need to be maintained. So you need to give something. And that's what I do. I know that the church need to be maintained. You need to give something. And if you believe in tithe and offering, you do your tithe and offering. And that's it. The rest is history. You don't sow a seed. I don't sow a seed. I don't go to church that sow a seed. But it's up to you though. But religion has made majority of the people poor, especially Christianity. If you look at it, where more Christianity is available, poverty is the headquarters. Look at Africa. We are rich, man. I'm not going there anyway. All right, so society and family. You know, about 70% of whatever you know, or 80% of whatever you know, you learn it from your parents. You know that. The same thing, your parents learn it from their parent, and their parents learn it from their parent, and it becomes the tradition of the family. There are some families you are not allowed to marry outside a certain group of people because it's not the culture, it's not the norm of the family. And so we also cultivate it, and that's it. You don't understand what you've been doing because you grew up with it. It's your subconscious recorded it. For the first 7 years in your life, your subconscious record everything. You don't have conscious mind, you have subconscious mind. It record everything. And so after 7 years, that's when you realize that you have a conscious mind which is telling you this is not good, this is right, this is not good. But before that, your first 5 years, you record everything that you see. Everything that you see. And so whatever your parent taught you, that's what they knew. And so through that, majority of the people become poor. I was speaking to a guy and he said, oh, I was watching your video and you said, everybody can get 2 acres of land, and how possible it is. Some people are billionaires and some people are poor. And I said, it's all about the mindset. If you believe that some people are better than you, there will always be people who are better than you. If you believe that you are in here, in this world for a reason, you are in this world to succeed in life, you will have people to come across and help you to succeed. But if you believe that the rich people are being rich and the poor people are being poor, and you call them rich people and you don't call yourself rich person, you will never be rich. Reverend Ike said that. So your family can also become part of your poverty or part of your struggle, because There are some family, from the father all the way to the youngest person, they have no idea that they want to be successful. They have no idea they want to be bigger than that scope they are in. And so through that, you can never ever get away from it. Through that. But if you believe that your parents are poor, if you can see it, that where your parents are, you want to be better than them, then you will succeed. You know, the reason why I like Takrade and I love Tadi, man, I love Tadi is that even if you are struggling, things are not going well, you will hear people saying it will be well. You go feel make come. Oh, small time, it go be. Like, they encourage you. That's the place that if you succeed over there, you can succeed anywhere in the world. Because people encourage you. I always believe that Tadi should be like, the best place in the world in terms of motivation. Because people motivate you. Even though you are hungry, like I remember one day, I was so hungry and lying down. When you are hungry, you don't move, you lie down. And I was lying down drinking water and all those stuff. And my colleague, Israel father, he came and said, bro, you go be. Get up, let's walk, you go be. I said, bro, are they hung? He said, nah, you go be. And true, it has be. And so that's where you need to know. If your family are poor and you want to be like them, you will remain like them. Because naturally, 70% of the things that you've learned in life is from them. And that's why, you don't believe in motivation. You don't believe in certain books. I post a video on my like page, SDA Williams page. And the video has gone viral. I got recently when I checked, it was 48,000 views. And there was a comment there, a lady saying that, oh, you don't need to read books to be rich. God will make you rich. And and there was a guy who wrote that the Bible is a book, Quran is a book. What are you talking about? A person like that, even if you give her money, she wouldn't even use it for anything. She wouldn't even believe it. Because she believed that God gives money, God gives success, God gives everything. But for her to go out there and read books that will encourage you to know how to ask God, know how to keep doing what you're doing, she will sit there and says, I'm waiting for God. That's her business anyway. All right. So number 4, employment has make you poor. Employment, working for somebody, you get paid exactly how much you wouldn't quit the job. You get paid exactly how much you wouldn't quit the job. If you live in Australia, let me tell you, have you realized, excuse me, have you realized that whenever, there's a tax returns, that's when you get your electricity bill, you get your water bill, you get your property rate, you get your registration, you get all those monies from nowhere. They just bombard you. So you just want to clear them. And after clearing them, what do you got? You go back to square one. And so you love the job. You don't want to quit the job because that's what you are living on. And so in this case, you work for somebody for 20, 30 years. At the end, you got superannuation, which is less than even $1 million. And after that, what do you use it for? You go to aged care. And the rest is history. You've lived your life for somebody. You haven't lived your life for yourself. But imagine if you have the power, if you have the assets, if you have the responsibility, if you have the opportunity, you've created your own opportunity. You can travel to anywhere you want. Take yourself as a president of a country. You just wake up and he says, what's my itinerary for today? Oh, president, you're meeting this person. You're going to Dubai. You're going to Hong Kong. You're going to Japan. You're going this and that. All what they do is they just go. But for you, you tied yourself around. There's a rope that, you know, I think when we are a kid, when we are born, we have this rope around us and they tied you. You use it to tie yourself. The system teach you how to tie yourself in that rope. And so you get a job, you are afraid to quit. You are scared to quit. And because if you quit, that's it. That's the end of your life. That's what you believe. But man, Jim Rohn said this. If you are afraid to quit a job and you take the opportunity to quit, you can survive longer than 18 months. But because they put fear in our head, religion has put fear in you that you can't even move an inch. You're scared. You know, the greatest fear in our life is death because we don't know after death what next. And according to religion, according to whoever, when you die, you either go to hell or heaven. And that's the big deal for people. Like, you know, the biggest deal. Everybody want to go to heaven and nobody want to die now. It's so amazing like how we believe that, especially black people believe that they are going to heaven straight away. Like what Nana Kwame said last time. All black people believe that when they die, they're going to heaven. And so in this world, they're not even trying to make a difference. You know, I always say this. Whatever I'm doing today, I'm doing it as an example for my children and my children's children. Because if I succeed, it's easy for them to get there. Look at it. Look at the trend. If your father is rich, automatically you become part of the richest and you become rich. If your mother is poor, if your mother, she's poor, or your parents are from poor background, they end up being poor. And it's gonna take us a long time to finish this. All right, so number 5, the tax system. You know the tax system, it's a way of making you poor. The tax system is a way of making you poor. They tell you you are enjoying the road, you are enjoying the whatever they're saying. They're just making you poor. Let me tell you this one. You know, if you buy a land in Australia, you go to the bank. That's I just don't want to talk about. You go to the bank and you said, I want to buy a house. The bank will even write to you and say, oh, because you got a lot of money in your account, we can help you to get a loan and buy a house, a mortgage. You buy your own land. You borrow the money from the bank to buy the land, and then the bank have given you the money, you build a house. After building the house, the council who says that, oh, you bought the land on our land. You bought the land on our land. And so you need to pay property rate for having your building on our land. You hear me right? The first time I told you, you went to the bank to borrow that money to buy the land. And the land was sold to you. And now the council has come that you have built a house on our property, on our land. So you need to pay for it. And they do the calculation, 1% of a whole year, the value of your house. 1% of the value of your house. So you're going to pay 1% the value of your house till you sell the house. And even the person that will come and buy the house will pay 1% of the value of the house till the house is sold to another person. Continues like that. So, and the council doesn't die. So imagine, is it making you rich or making you poor? It's a question. Our system has been made in a way. It used to be something that is protecting us. The reason why all this system, all this institution came around was to help mankind to grow. But now they are depressing mankind. Now they've come in a way that they are putting you to the bottom. Unless you make yourself think rich, have a rich mind to grow out of that. If not, you remain like that. Your kids will remain like that. Unless one of your kids says, I'm sick of this, I want to move from that. But if none of them says that they are sick of it, then they continue. So the trend is going to be like that. All right, so the tax system is what I'm coming to tell you. You go to work, you get paid yearly. Like, in Australia, we say, oh, I make 100,000 a year. You make 100,000 a year. Let's take it, you make 80,000 a year. You pay tax 30,000. So you go home with 50,000. So that 50,000 that you go home, everything that you pay on that 50,000, you pay GST on it, which is goods and service tax. Your personal income, you pay tax on it. Now, every dollar you want to use, you need to pay tax on it. You need to pay, if you use $1, you need to pay 1 cent out of it, or 10 cents. Yeah, I think 10 cents out of it. So in roughly, the 50,000 that you've been given, you're going to pay about 5,000 on tax. That's just the food and all those stuff. The property rate, you still pay GST. The registration, petrol, everything, you still pay GST. So in the long run, if you don't have money making machine, what do you think? It's a one source of income, and you're still gonna be poor. All right. So let's forget about the tax system. Let's come here. The banking system. The banking system used to be the best place to keep your money, and your money grow like that. Your money grow. But now, if you want your money to grow, you need to put $1 million in the bank. So every year you will make like 5,000. But if you don't have that amount, you know how much interest the bank pays you. Like, like if you've got money in the bank, they pay you like 0.001%. Zero. But if you have a credit card from the bank, you know what they get to you? They give you credit card. If you want to tell them I'm going on holidays, they will give you credit card. But they give you that credit card, and they says, oh, your limit is, let's say your limit is 10,000 or 100,000. Let's come to your shoes, 10,000. And so that 10,000, well, you've used all the 10,000, and you start paying it. So you put 2,000 in it, and later on you realize, no, I need to buy this, and you go and buy something 2,000. Now you own the bank 12,000. Don't think that 2,000 make any difference. It doesn't. Now you own the bank 12,000. So let's say after that you said, oh no, I'm gonna pay. Yeah. So now you make some money. So you put in 5,000 in it, and something came up, and you use 2,000 out of the 5,000. Now you own the bank 14,000. That's the system. Even though it's your own money, putting it in and taking it off, if you put it in, it becomes the bank's money. So you take it out, you're taking the bank's money. That's why people get stuck with credit card for a long time. If you don't understand, that's how it works. And that's why they're not telling you, because if they tell you, you won't use it again. You will just pay it off and take your hands from it. And so the banking system is there to make you poor, to make you struggle. But if you're doing a business with it, you're gonna make money out of it, because your business will pay for the interest. Even sometimes businesses get interest-free loans and all those stuff. And so that's why I'm telling you, they want you to remain where you are, because you are working for someone. You're not working for yourself, so you can't get interest-free loan. But if you're working for yourself, you establish your own business, you can get interest-free loan. But let me tell you, all this system too favors people who have their own business, who run their own affairs. All this system, even the churches, because the richest people sit close to the pastor. And you know the pastor is the one sharing the blessing. So if I pay 10,000 cedis or $10,000 and I'm sitting close to the pastor, imagine the blessing has come. He would just throw it to me. But you, the poor person, you're sitting behind, like, far, far, maybe 20, 30 chairs to the pastor. Nah, the blessing will get there. It's finished. All right, so let's go. Food and health. You know, the food system. It used to be pretty cool. People eat to get healthy and all those stuff. Now, the drinks that you drink, there's sugar in it. The everything, like the food that you eat, everything out there is for you to get unhealthy unless you want to go and select proper thing. But all the processing food, majority of them is unhealthy, and that's the taste one. We used to have we have three types of taste. We have sweet, sour, and sweet, sour, salt. So that's the three that I know. But out of that, they've taken the sour. Now we have either sweet or salty. And so that's why you can go to McDonald's, you will get both at the same time. You get salty. Like sometimes I wonder why they put too much salt on the chips. And then they give you this Coke or Fanta, so sweet, so sugary. And so you mix them together. What do you think you are doing to yourself? And so your health goes down. Then the doctors will get a job. And the health center will be opening. Like, the government will be coming in, opening a lot of health centers. So that's what I'm trying to let you know. The system in place, if you're not aware of it, it's going to make you poor. It's going to make you go down. Nowadays, young people, are even suffering from sickness that 20, 30 years ago, it was only adults who are suffering from. And so you need to be wise enough. That's why the Bible says, lack of knowledge, my people perish. If you have the knowledge, or if you are listening to me, if you are making note of it, you are sharing my video, watching it, you will make a good use of it and tell others, because the system there used to be, and that's the issue we have today. People think the system is still like before. No, the system now, for the, let's say, since internet came by, the system has been in a way that it deprived people from growth. It deprived people from growth. Social media is good, but look at how people use social media. Now, look at how people become popular, become famous. There was a guy eating fufu in a tram. He's popular now, eating fufu in a tram. What kind of a job is that? But he's famous now. That's what I'm trying to let you know. The system there is not meant for what it's like, the core mandate that the system was in place for. Now it has changed for you. So you need to be smart enough to know how to deal with it, to know how to play alongside, know the rules, study the rules, and you will win. So this is what I have for you today, that, in all, it's all about mindset. It's all about having a rich mind, having a positive mind. Having a rich mind and a positive mind, I know it's hard for you because you grew up in an environment where negativity is more. Negativity is the order of the day. Negative thinking, you don't ask it to come to your head. It just comes. But you need to get rid of it with positive thinking. And that's where, if you inbox me, if you contact me, if you continue watching me, you understand why I always says you need to have a rich mind. Because this system has been made in a way that it's only few can survive. And I want you to survive. I want you to get there. Because We are leaving something for our children's children. The Bible says a rich man or a wise man leave a legacy for his children's children. If you're a Christian and you believe in the Bible, I would like you to read Proverbs. Read the whole chapter. And so, if anything, just let's talk about it, because that is where common sense is there. That's where common sense is. Thank you so much, for having the time to be with me. The name is S.D. Williams, your motivational godfather. I'm here because I love you. I believe in you. I believe that we can achieve whatever we want, because there's one thing that I don't believe. One thing that I don't believe in my world is that I'm here by chance and God just made me because he was bored. But I believe that we are here for a purpose. Even though your government may not be good, but have you seen that people are still making it, even though bad government? Have you seen the environment that you are living at? It's filthy. It's not worth becoming successful, but people are still making it over there. And so this is what I'm trying to let you know. It doesn't matter where you find yourself. If you can get your mindset right, the right thing will come to you. Just think rich. Just think rich every day. In every scenario, in every situation, look for the best. Every situation, look for the best. Thank you so much. You know what? Don't forget to pursue your vision. And we join it with an action, and we go straight to the kingdom of success, a place where good health, happiness, love and kind, prosperity, peace of mind, and a whole lot of money and wealth shall follow you. Because in life, the basic needs that we need, it can be purchased by money. But the rest, it's all about mindset. But to get the money, you need a mindset. You need a powerful mindset. Greetings to my family in Bojase and my schoolmates, Bradford, all the way to Lagos Town and Tamsko B. So thank you all. This weekend we have double LXP show. We will have one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And the following week we'll have Kofi Kinata. And so it's so amazing that he accepted to be on LXP show. So watch out for more. Thank you so much. Share my video and tell a friend to tell another friend. The name is S.D. Williams. God bless you.